giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom Newsleaders.
Hello, I'm James Mauser. You might have seen another interview I did with someone doing the Heart of America Marathon. That's coming up on Labor Day Monday. Now think about how many calories you burn trying to get yourself into a marathon beforehand and during the event. Well, that's my segue to this segment, calories and how to burn them, with my friend Michael O'Halloran. Michael, welcome back to Newsleaders. Good to see you again.
Thanks for having me on, James.
You're a dietitian, and currently you're at the Hy-Vee Conley store. That's where you hang out most of the time, right?
Yep, give free nutrition store tours and guide people on how to make heart-smart choices.
So what do you want to focus on today?
So today I want to focus on cholesterol. It's really interesting. Fad diets are a funny thing. Decades ago, there was a big health craze that fat makes you fat, by which kind of the popular notion was that eating foods that contain fat would cause you to gain weight and lead to disease. Yeah. Fast forward to today, and now there's several fad diets out there that tell you fat is the best thing since sliced bread.
Fat is the best thing?
Some of these fad diets will tell you to eat almost all of your day's calories solely from high-fat foods like butter, coconut oil, and and meat sources. So for the people that have been around for both the fat is bad craze and now the fat is good craze, it can be really confusing what the proper role of foods that contain fat is in the diet.
So what do you experts say about all this?
So the truth is, when it comes to fats, it's not a matter of whether you should or should not eat foods that have fat in it, but rather what type of fat it is and what food it's coming from.
An example.
So as a rule of thumb, oils, nuts, and avocados are going to be the heart-healthy fats, whereas solid fats are going to be the less healthy fat. When I say solid fat, I'm talking about things like butter, coconut oil, high-fat dairy. And the reason that those are less healthy is that they contain a type of fat called saturated fat, which is the bad fat that raises our cholesterol and puts us at risk for heart disease.
Now, we've heard that for years. Saturated fat is the bad fat, so we know this part. But sometimes that gets worked into the product, and if you're not reading labels, you could have some problems there.
Oh, absolutely. And even more confusing is that sometimes, I'll use peanut butter as an example. Peanut butter is
one of my favorite foods.
Same here. But peanut butter is a heart-healthy fat, but if you actually turn around and look at the nutrition label, it does have a little bit of saturated fat in it. And that's okay because it does have a little bit of that bad fat, but if you look further down on the label, it has the heart-healthy fats, which are mono and polyunsaturated fatty acids, and it has those fats in a much bigger amount than the bad fat. So because of that, the good fats overwhelm the bad fats, and peanut butter is a great choice for a snack in terms of heart health and protein.
But like anything, you just have to watch how much you intake, right? I mean, you can't eat a whole jar of peanut butter in 2 days. I mean, that would not be good.
No, absolutely. And I'm a big believer that all foods can fit. On special occasions, if you want to have a really fatty steak for like the 4th of July, go right ahead. But for your go-to meals and your entrees, you want to try to go for lower fat dairy, lower fat meats, and try to minimize the amount of butter and coconut oil you're using, and instead try to use more cooking oils like canola oil, avocado oil, your general vegetable oil, those sorts of things.
Okay, if people have questions about this, can they come find you at the Conley Hy-Vee store?
Absolutely. I actually do free cholesterol nutrition store tours every Friday at noon, and we just go around and I highlight different products that can help reduce your cholesterol if eaten regularly.
You just show up for that, right?
Yes. I also do private tours as well that you just need to give me a call or an email, and then we sign you up for one as well.
More information coming in just a moment, but you also wanted to mention some free cholesterol screenings at the different Hy-Vee stores.
Yes. So in September, all 3 Hy-Vees in Columbia will be offering free cholesterol screenings. Each date will run from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. They are first come, first serve, and you need to make sure that you don't eat breakfast until after we stick your finger. The dates for the individual stores is September 10th, it will be at Conley Road, which is my store. Then September 11th, it will be at Nifong Boulevard. And then on September 12th, it will be at the West Broadway location.
10th, 11th, and 12th. For more information, 442-7703?
That is correct.
Or choosemyplate.com?
Choosemyplate.gov.
.gov. Okay. Find out more about this and see Michael at the Conley Hy-Vee store.
Hope to see you there.
Good to see you again. Come
Thank
back
you.
and see me.
Oh, for sure.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you again, James.